Do you see it?
Yeah.
See what? Do you see it so clearly? Do you see where it is that you want to be? What you want to be doing? Do you have a vision for it? Back in high school, back in the day, the glory days, I had a vision that was so clear. It was so vivid. I was living it before it happened. I wanted to win that state championship. I wanted to win in a different way than other athletes wanted to win. I felt it. I saw every bit of it. Every day for months on end. I could see myself on the court. I saw all my family and friends in the stands, all the people in our community. They were cheering us on. I could hear the chants, the yelling, the cheering. I could feel soft leather as I dribbled the ball down the court. I could even smell that awful mix of popcorn and pretzels and hot dogs wafting in from the concession stands. As the game would go on, I could hear the crowd chanting, 5, 4, that excitement inside me that was ready to explode was just building up. 3, 2, I couldn't stand it anymore. As I had the ball in my hands, I could see myself throwing it in the air. Tears just started streaming. I'm not a crier, so when tears happen, it's a big deal. And as that buzzer sounded, I could see my entire team have this big pylon in the middle of the court. Well, mind you, I was all the way over here watching, because I didn't want to get hurt. I wanted to see the celebration. I didn't want to be at the bottom of that pylon. And then I could see the crowds rushing from the stands and celebrating and cheering with us. I could see that vision so clearly. I lived it over and over every night for months on end. As I laid in bed at night, I would just be shooting the ball. I literally had a basketball in my bed most nights. But the nights that I didn't, it didn't matter because I could feel it. I could smell the ball. For those of you that don't play basketball, that sounds really bizarre. But it was a smell that was comfortable. It was a smell that was familiar. That vision had me so driven that when I woke up in the morning, I didn't mind going to practice. I loved it. I thrived on it. When things got hard, I got more and more excited. I was more and more energized. My vision was so vivid and so clear, I got my teammates to buy in. They believed it. They saw it. When we were doing those awful suicides up and down the court with the garbage can at the end, so that's where you went and took care of your business, we didn't care. Somebody was feeling down and somebody else would just yell gold ball. And we knew that was just picturing holding up that big, beautiful gold ball trophy over our heads. Every part of it, I felt like I lived before it happened. Somewhere along the way after college, I broke a little and I stopped dreaming big and I stopped seeing the vision. I stopped seeing exactly where I wanted to be and what I wanted to be doing. When I was in college, in the summers, I mowed the lawn. I was the athletic grounds lawn mower girl. And I drove around one of those big, awesome red Toro mowers that had the deck that went down in the front, the wings that went down on the side. I was one with the machine. I loved sitting on that mower from 7:30 to 3 Monday through Friday. It was a place that I could think. It was a place that I could be. When you're outside with that fresh cut grass, being in the sun, it was calming, it was peaceful. And I learned so much, which to me sounds so bizarre to learn so much sitting on a mower by yourself. But that type A anal side of me couldn't get enough of those darn straight lines. I'm obsessed with my lawn now. It rains a lot in Florida. This is new to me. I mow my lawn like 3 times a day. We've got about 1.5 acres. I did get a new Toro mower. But what I learned mowing those straight lines is in order to get that line straight, you have to look far down the field. You have to have your eyes fixed on a point ahead of you. And it seemed so counterintuitive to me. When the first time I sat on that mower, I looked straight down to that line that I had just finished. And my boss kept saying, no, you need to look down the field. I said, well, how can I go straight if I look down the field? I didn't understand, but I was so focused right in front of me that I couldn't see the bigger picture. I couldn't see where I was going. And when I looked straight down, it was all over the place. But when I finally understood and I looked ahead and I could see clearly where it was that I was going, man, were those lines straight. And it didn't mean that I didn't veer off course. It didn't mean that I didn't have to stop and pick up junk along the way. But it was easier to go through that junk. It was easier to go around it. It didn't slow me down in the same way because I could see it. And I don't know where and I don't know why that broke a little. And I'm so fortunate and so blessed to have been surrounded by the right people in my life right now who've reminded me to start dreaming again and to start seeing again. Because the reality is, when you're not seeing ahead and you're not moving ahead, you can't grow. And when you can't grow and you aren't growing, you're dying. And I felt that. I felt those pieces in me just dying. It's not that I don't love my life, but I got comfortable and I got complacent. And me dying a little bit inside and me not growing is selfish. Some people think that taking care of themselves and dreaming and having dreams for their lives and visions for their lives, they think that's selfish. No. It's selfish when you're dying and everybody around you doesn't benefit from you. I always thought the proverb was so beautiful and so cool. It says, where there is no vision, the people perish. I did not understand that. I just thought it was really cool. But I see it and I understand it. Because where you don't see vision, where you're not moving forward, you're dying. So I ask you again, do you see it? If you don't, I challenge you. Start dreaming. Start seeing again.